this is your host, Julia Nepini. I am a clinical and forensic social worker who owns a counseling practice and a consulting business. In this show, we discuss the challenges of being successful in business while maintaining your integrity and staying true to yourself. Join me while I interview other professionals and share insights from life and experience. Let's talk about RingRx, our latest sponsor. RingRx is a high-quality, HIPAA-compliant telephone, text, and fax communications platform. They provide seamless, cost-effective communications for behavioral therapists, medical practices, hospitals, and other healthcare providers. RingRx is designed for modern healthcare environments. They offer customizable features like a phone app, automated patient outreach, voicemail, after-hours call routing, and top-quality desk phones. Try RingRx for free today at ringrx.com. And if you sign up using the code CLIMB, you'll get 15% off your monthly bill forever. Conditions apply. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Compassionate Climb podcast. I am here today for a solo episode. We are going to be talking about group coaching. So this is a new offering for Compassionate Consulting Company, and I wanted to share some of the background. So why this is something that I've decided to offer, what are the benefits, what can you expect if this is something that you participate in, and in general, just an encouragement for those of you listening to find your people and continually seek out those like-minded individuals that are in a similar stage, that are encouraging, supporting you, and holding you accountable. So for those of you that have been listening for a while, you know that I own a group practice. We're located in southeastern Massachusetts and serve clients in Massachusetts and Rhode Island. And I also own a consulting business, Compassionate Consulting Company. So I help clinicians start their own practices, expand to group, or diversify by adding additional income streams. And I have had the pleasure of working with many clinicians at all different stages of practice. And it's work that I cannot rave about more. I say it's like therapy on steroids because you are working with such high functioning individuals who come to the process ready to accomplish things, obviously have an entrepreneurial spirit, and with very little from me can take off and soar and do amazing things in the world, or take the amazing things they were already doing in the world and just bring it to new levels by helping more people and doing the work that they love in a way that suits them. So it's been extremely rewarding for me. But what I found is that as I keep in touch with these individuals, we've completed our time together, but I remain an ongoing resource, and I'm obviously very interested in how things are going in their business. I find that those in solo practice have their own unique challenges that are very common among them, and the same thing with group practice owners. And so as someone who has participated in some group coaching and mastermind groups myself, I have experienced the benefit personally and the magic that happens when you bring together like-minded people who are at a similar stage in their business and can collectively share and conceptualize more than any individual could on their own. And the process of collectively sharing some sort of an issue, identifying a goal that they have, and then working together to problem solve and devise a solution, and then being there for one another through the process, but also to celebrate at the end. And so the conversations that I have had with consulting clients has led me to consider adding this additional component for those that have established their business and they're seeing clients, or they're hiring clinicians and they're doing great work, but having that ongoing support and that group of like-minded people is something that's lacking for them, and that they see the benefit of coming together and making that commitment and investing that time in the process. So with all that being said, my plan is to offer 2 separate groups, one for solo practice owners and one for group practice owners. They will each be a 6-month commitment. There will be 2 meetings per month for each group. The first meeting each month will be a presentation on a topic that they themselves have identified at the outset of the process is an area of challenge for them. So I will provide information, resources, examples, and then the second meeting in the month will be on the same topic, but it's more of an open forum where we can all interact with one another, more of a mastermind style, and share our experiences, things that have gone well, and those, for example, that have been successful in whatever topic it is that we're discussing. Let's say for the group practice, it's hiring. So someone who's had a lot of luck putting themselves out there, advertising their practice, having a job posting that draws in the right people, and kind of what their whole process is, they can speak to what's worked well for them. But then it's also an opportunity for those that are maybe having some difficulty in that area to ask specific questions and get feedback from the group. We will be meeting for an hour. It will be virtual, so it obviously opens up the possibility of no geographic constraints. And then we will also have a platform that we can all use to communicate with one another, share resources, and watch the recordings if you happen to miss one of the meetings. So the benefits and what can be expected from this experience. I would say the biggest thing would be the connection, support, and accountability. As we all know, we can very easily get bogged down by tasks and kind of tunnel visioned, and it is so incredibly helpful to lift our head up, look at the big picture, and have other people that are well-intentioned and open to sharing and being transparent and helping us along that journey. People that have been there, people that have walked in your shoes and that know what you're going through. We are going to be identifying goals and coming up with concrete action steps to achieve them so that we all know very clearly when they've been met. Obviously, information and resources will be provided. You're going to get feedback not only from me, but from the group themselves. And improvement of systems, processes, and services. And so if anyone who is listening is interested, if this intrigues you, if this is something that you have been looking for, or if it wasn't necessarily something on your radar, but after hearing about this, it's got the gears turning and you think that this might benefit you, please don't hesitate to reach out. So there is a registration form that I will include in the show notes. And I will follow up with anybody who registers with more information and willing to answer any questions that you have. Feel free to email me directly at julianepini@compassionateconsultingcompany.com. And there's also more information on the Compassionate Consulting Company website. So I really look forward to this venture. Hopefully this provided a little bit more insight as to why this is something that I will be offering. And I am really looking forward to continued connection with those that I have already worked with and potentially meeting some new people and being able to share experiences, successes, challenges, how those have been overcome. Because in all reality, anything that we can do to help people help more people is the name of the game for me. So thank you all for listening and for your support for this show and for all the incredible work that you're doing out there. I look forward to what's to come. If you like what you're hearing, please rate and review. This will help others find us and benefit as well. The Compassionate Climb podcast represents the opinions of Julia Nepini and her guests. The information provided is intended for educational purposes only and should not be taken as legal advice. If that is what you are seeking, please consult an attorney.